Bear with me for 1 minute while it's getting going. Okay, great. We are live streaming. Bear with me for 1 minute while it's going. Okay. Are live streaming. Make sure I get my settings right so you guys aren't hearing me in two places. And okay. Okay, you guys aren't hearing the sound. That's not good. Okay, let me fix that. Oh, some people are saying only sound, no picture. Okay, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Or I hear you. Okay, you guys hear me. Everyone can hear me in the chat, thumbs up, or just yes. Looks like we're good. Is the sound good? Is it high enough? Not too high? Yes. Okay. Okay. And what about in the YouTube? Can you hear me in there? I'm going to watch the YouTube. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the YouTube chat. Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. All right. I think I got all the technical stuff figured out. I'm still kind of new at the live streaming thing. I don't do it that often. So thanks for bearing with me. And thanks for being here. For those of you that are on my email list, you get to join the Zoom, which is always fun. And I have more people streaming in right now. So I if anybody's on YouTube and you want to get these invitations to join me in the Zoom, maybe it's a little more personal, and then I get to see your comments more quickly. And then at the end in the Q&A, those are the people that I'll be actually opening up to ask questions with. So you can always join my email list by going to my website, waxelasananda.com/join. And you get a free gift for joining my email list, and then you get updates for things like this. And then for anyone that, first of all, I'd love to know, just by show of thumbs up in the chat, or I have in the chat, have you been with me before for an ALKYWAN meditation? And if you have, yeah, I see lots of thumbs up in person. Just say, yes, I have, because I can't see everybody. I can only see about 6 people at the top of my screen. Yes, 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 no, yes, yes. Okay, lots of yeses. Okay, great. And I'm also curious, if you own ALKYWAN technology, just let me know. Just say I do in the chat so I know how many of you actually, I do, yeah. Okay, mixed group, several do and several don't, and all over the place. So good. Whether you don't have to have one, obviously, to be here, because I have them all around me. This is the master sphere right here. I put a blue box behind it so you can see the ALKYWAN printed on the inside. If the box isn't there, there's too much light and it kind of blends in with the background. And I also, let me admit people, I also have, this is the master, the 5.7. This is the 3.9. No, the 4.7. Getting my inches mixed up here. The 4.7 is right in front of me, even though you can't see it. It's like just off camera. And then I have the minis to the side. So they're all around. And the energy of these is really amazing. And so a lot of you, if you're brand new, you might be wondering, what in the world are you talking about? What is this? It looks like a crystal ball. Why is it any different than a crystal ball? So I am going to start out by just talking a little bit about the ALKYWAN technology. What is it? why am I so excited about it, how I got involved with it. And then we'll dive into the meditation, which amazing things happen in these meditations. There have been spontaneous healings. There have been incredible activations spiritually. There have been people that had prosperity come in really unexpected but powerful ways. I mean, all kinds of things can happen. So I just invite you to kind of open up to what's possible with this technology, especially when you set your intention. It really works with you and your intention and your highest self and what's needed for you at this time. So for starters, I am Waxela Sananda, and I am a distributor, an authorized representative of Alkiwan, and I am the only authorized distributor in the United States as of now. And I work directly with Stepan in the Czech Republic. That's where this technology comes from. He got this, I guess if you want to call it, recipe many years ago, I think somewhere between about 7 years ago, and started working with it. And he worked with it for years before really perfecting. He doesn't just put anything out there. He's really wanted to perfect the recipe and have it be really, really clear that this is the best of the best. This really works. It's completely pure, and it is of the highest frequency, the highest divine vibration, the highest photon energy. And so it was no small task for him to create this. They are made by hand they're manufactured, but they pass through the hands. He says the hands of many masters. You might have seen, I just released an interview that I did with him. I think it was last week. And he talks about just the precision and the care that goes into creating each one. This is not a mass produced item. It is not cheaply made. It is the best of the best. It's made of 15 different elements. Some of them are rare elements, and they are in the perfect configuration in silica. Of course, there's quartz in it, and embedded then in the highest quality glass to make the most pure product that has ever been made in this type of technology. And this is really a unique, there's only one Alkywan. So there are no knockoffs to Alkywan. It is its own very unique energy. And it comes from the seventh dimension, from the angelic realm, and it was received by Stepan, like I said, many years ago, and he has been working with it ever since. And I've been fortunate enough to work with it now for about a year. It was last February that I was introduced to this technology. And it was one of those things. So I'm in the public eye. I work with a lot of spiritual people. I have a lot of people that send me things. They're constantly telling me, oh, I've got something for you to try. I've got something for you to try. You have to see this technology. You've got to feel this technology. And, many of them are good, but very, very, very rarely do I ever get on board and say, oh, I want to be a part of this. And so with Alkywan, it was different. From the very first time I felt it and held it in my hands, I felt my angelic body around me. I felt this lightening effect of kind of like the heaviness of being human dissipated, and I felt lighter. I felt more connected to my own divinity. I felt more connected to my galactic family, as well as deeply connected to the earth and grounded at the same time. Which is a really important thing, especially for me. I tend to float away. I mean, I connect fairly easily anyway, but this really amplified that connection while simultaneously keeping me grounded and not having me just kind of disappear into the ethers. And so it's just such a beautiful feeling. healing and so heart-centered and so heartfelt. That for me was proof, okay, there's something different and unique about this that I absolutely love. And so I started working with it. I started sharing it with friends and family. And then I became an affiliate of the former distributor. And as this technology went out to my following, I started to receive back all different sorts of messages about the amazing experiences and healings that people were having using this technology. Now, before I get into that, let me just say I am not a medical practitioner. Nothing I say is medical advice. And I do not, this is not a substitute for medicine or any kind of medical practice. So please don't mistake it for that. But that aside, what people have experienced with this technology is nothing short of miraculous. I have had people talk to me and send me messages and phone calls about clearing things, everything from parasites, entity clearings, emotional clearings like depression being uplifted. Certainly spiritual connections have deepened, intuition will deepen, purpose deepens. People have cleared all different sorts of physical ailments and issues that actually can be measured. I mean, I've had people message like, oh my gosh, I had this terrible condition or this disease, and it has been remedied after meditating with the ALKYWAN for some time. So, it is really amazing what is possible. And this is, I think one of the differences in ALKYWAN versus some of the other technologies that are out there, it is so pure. It's such pure energy, and it is a portal of consciousness. It is a portal for that divine light and divine frequencies to come through to us as we open up to it, as we work with it. It comes through in such a way that it's not connected to electricity. It's not connected to a computer program. It's not based on any kind of human an error. There's none of that. Once it's made, it is just a channel of divine light. And that works with us in our own unique ways. So while it doesn't work with any one individual thing, because it works with everything or whatever your intention is, including prosperity. And, when I was first introduced to this technology, it's not an inexpensive technology. If you've seen the prices, they're on my website, but it's something that I was like, okay, is this really something I want to get involved with? I feel it, but I need a sign. So show me a sign. I'm talking to the technology itself. I'm talking to my guidance. Show me a sign. And literally within an hour or so of putting that out there, I had $10,000 show up. So that was a clear sign to me. Yes, this is definitely on my path, and this is something that I'm definitely wanting to work with. So I see some questions coming through in the chat. I will answer questions at the end. Someone asks, does the size of the crystal, it's not crystal, but the size of the ALKYWAN sphere make a difference? Yes, absolutely, it does. I do have a video. And so if you go to my website, WxS&x, and you can see in the drop-down menu, I think it's in shop, ALKYWAN spheres, it has videos there. And also on YouTube, there's a playlist. One of the videos has, it explains all of the different sizes and their potency and effectiveness. In the case of ALKYWAN spheres, yes, size does make a difference. The larger the sphere, the more potent they are, the more area. Like this master sphere is really designed for a center or for a light worker, or someone who's working with a lot of other people. For somebody that is maybe in the field of healing or in, I've actually had a lot lot of medical practitioners interested now who are using them in their offices. I have people who are putting them, who do various energy techniques, put them under their massage tables or, their acupuncture tables or whatever kind of techniques they're doing. And it amplifies that healing energy. It also is very balancing. It balances the biofield. It balances the energy field. It makes people more centered, aligned, balanced, and really like there's this coming into your presence, into your body more deeply, which is so needed at these times of intense energy in the world. So it's helpful on so many different levels, and they do work with individuals on what you need and sometimes what you're not aware that you need. So certainly they've been working with me, and I've been working with them in a lot of ways that I didn't, I had no idea in the beginning what was possible. I only knew that they were full of possibility. So, for my channeling has amplified, my light language has amplified, my connection to galactics, my connection to my own heart center and the angelic realm has all been amplified, as well as the alignment in my body. And I also will occasionally go through detox experiences with them. And I know, many of you that follow me know I went through a big breakup in December, and then I had vertigo, which was ultimately like a clearing and a rebalancing and a restructuring of everything in my world. And having the Alkywan was so balancing for me. And I would sit with one of the 2-inch spheres in each hand and just meditate with them. I always sleep with my 4.7-inch next to my pillow in the bed. And just having that energy around me is so centering and balancing. And it does help. It's not about bypassing. I still get to go through my stuff. I still get to have my human experience. I still get to, go through that clearing experience, but it's having that energetic support, having that feeling of, okay, I'm grounded, I'm balanced, I have support in that clearing process. So it is definitely not a bypass. In fact, I found that the lessons come faster and the clearing happens faster. And that's a powerful thing in the world of when we're in ascension, which if you're following me and if you're here, if you're interested in this technology, you're probably interested in ascension. And I'm all about embodied ascension. And that means not just getting up and out of the body and going to, the woo-woo land, but bringing those frequencies into the body, amplifying the frequency of our own bodies so that we can be more present and more enlightened while we're here, and then spread that around. Because if we're like hanging out 2 feet above or outside of our bodies, we're not going to be as effective in our lives. And it's so important to really be present and to be embodied on our ascension journey so that we can truly be effective in our lives and ascend the body along with our spirit. And so with all of that, I know there are probably a lot of questions that are coming up. I will definitely be answering questions after the meditation. But right now, I would love to, let's get started setting up sacred space for the meditation. And so the way to do that is to silence if you have a phone on, if you have devices in the room, go ahead and either shut them off or if you're watching on them, obviously you can't, but silence outside distractions so you're not getting interruptions. Find a comfortable place where you can really relax. If you're driving, obviously you're not going to be closing your eyes. You might want to close your eyes. You don't have to. If you want to gaze at the ball, you can do that. either way, but just to get yourself comfortable and in a relaxed position. And if you happen to accidentally get booted out of the Zoom call, just know that this is simultaneously streaming on YouTube. I see a lot of live people in there in the chat right now. So I'm not going to be letting people in the Zoom room during the meditation. So if you happen to sort of accidentally lose your connection, you can go to YouTube and get back in. But I will not be letting people back in the Zoom room during the meditation. Okay, so I'm going to begin in a moment here. It's always good to have a drink of water before you begin. It's a great way to just kind of signal the body, I'm going to be relaxing now. And it's a great way to move that energy. You want to drink extra water at the end of the meditation as well. Okay. All right, and so just begin. Just begin by settling, getting present in your body. And if you want to close your eyes for this part, you can. If you ever want to open your eyes, you can. I find it, if you look at the ball and sort of internalize it and just know it's working with you, it's fine if you have your eyes closed. But whatever feels comfortable to you is perfectly fine. You can have your eyes open or closed. So just begin by breathing, deepening your breath deeply into the core, into the belly. And as you're breathing, just really filling up and getting present with that breath. And opening your heart center, letting your heart start to expand through the breath, and allowing yourself to just open as that breath deepens, as you're relaxing your body. You're allowing yourself to just really deeply center. And now as you're breathing, bring your awareness into your heart center, finding the light in your heart, and expand that heart light all the way up to the center of central sun, bringing that source light code down through central sun into the crown of your head, into your heart center, feeling your heart uplifted by the sun codes, by the central sun. And then moving your awareness from the heart center down into the center of the earth, anchoring your heart light into the center of the earth, into the crystalline heart of the Mother Earth. And then bring that energy up through the layers of the earth on roots, carrying liquid crystal plasma energy, the energy of creation, breathing that up through the base of your spine into your heart center, and then letting that earth energy join with the light from above, from central sun, coming together in your heart center. And now bringing your awareness to the ALKYWAN Photon light energy. And imagine here that you are entering into the center of the Alkywan sphere. You're entering into the middle of it with your consciousness, and it is around you, embracing you in its angelic photon light. And so just find yourself centered in the center of the Alkywan photon energy, finding yourself balanced and aligned. And take a few deep breaths into this crystalline, beautiful, divine energy, just letting yourself open to receive in this space. And as you're breathing and opening, imagine that there is a giant ALKYWAN sphere, a giant photon light sphere around all of the people meditating right now, around everyone across the earth, in all parts of the earth. There is a giant sphere encompassing all who are joining in this meditation now and in the future. And feel that beautiful, powerful photon light energy holding space for every one of us, holding space for this meditation, holding this crystalline light energy, this Christed light energy, the divine Sophia Christ light surrounding all. And this is the crystalline grid matrix of photon light energy that is informing and activating us as we enter this beautiful meditative space. And now get present to your personal intention for this session. This is anything that you desire as an intention, and an intention is phrased or framed in the positive. It can be I am. If you're looking for greater health and balance, I am healthy. If you're intending greater prosperity, it could be I am prosperous. You can intend anything at all that you want. This is for you personally in this moment. And so I'm just going to give you a moment to allow you to state internally, or you can say it out loud, what your intention is for this session, and send that from your own center into the Alkiwan as you are in the center of the Alkiwan light, the photon light. Stating that intention and then opening your heart to receive whatever it is that is needed energetically and spiritually and physically, so that you have access to all that is needed for complete realization of your intention and all of your highest intentions in this space. And now I'm going to begin to do some group intentions. These are universal intentions for everyone. And your job is just to be open to receiving as you are sitting in the center of the photon light energy. Know that this energy is working with you and through you, through your energy bodies, through your emotional bodies, through your spirit body, all the way into your physical body, aligning and balancing your chakras and balancing you energetically on every level. And as you sit in this energy, you become more and more balanced and open to receiving all of these high vibrational frequencies that are activating and aligning and amplifying your light. I am balanced, centered, harmonized. I am of pure light energy. I allow the photon light to enter my body, harmonizing all of my physical systems. I allow the photon light to enter into my physical organs, to allow the clearing of any toxicity. I allow the clearing of toxicity from my body in a smooth and easy way, that it may be transmuted from density and released and cleared from my body, released and cleared into the field of energy, the photon light around my body. I allow this density to clear from my organs so that this detox is smooth. And I invite the photon light, the divine light, to transmute anything that is of negativity within the physical body, to be transmuted into light and cleared from my system, cleared from the organs first. Taking a deep breath here as you allow that clearing and just being open to the clearing. I allow my bloodstream to clear. And I allow the photon light energy to work with and through my bloodstream to carry out anything that is of disharmony and unbalance. And I open to receive a balancing, clearing, and a harmonization of the blood. And then I allow the photon light to move into the cells and the cellular structures of my body, clearing out any density, any of my cells that might be holding something that is not of the highest good for my body, letting that clear in the photon light energy. And then I allow the photon light now to move deeply in to the DNA, the informational system of my physicality, of my energetic body, my physical body. I allow the DNA to be repaired, any broken DNA to be repaired and renewed. I receive these repairs and renewals. And as this energy fills the DNA, I allow any latent strands of DNA that are ready for activation to be activated in this photon light, allowing the photon light to move deeply in to the DNA, bringing the information, forming and aligning and activating strands that were previously inactive for the highest good of each individual, allowing that activation to be one of harmony, of balance, of peace and awakening in a way that is for the highest good of all. Take a deep breath, just allowing yourself to receive this light deeply into the body. And feel your DNA coming online, becoming enlightened and enlivened, energized, activated, amplified, allowing all parts of self that are meant to be in harmony to come into the physical body, to harmonize and align and upgrade in this activation. And in this receiving of divine light downloads, all parts of self that have been in any state of disharmony or unbalance come into balance and alignment. And in this balance, any ailments, any physical conditions, any disharmonies that are not for the highest good of each individual are simply transmuted into balance. The disharmonies transmuted into divine light through the photon light energy. And receive that balancing, harmonization, activation, and upgrade through the heart center, throughout the body, throughout all of the systems of the body. Take some deep breaths here as you simply sit and receive. And now we'll bring balance, the balance of the photon light to the emotional body. And as you're breathing this energy through the emotional body, allow any residual traumas or residuals from traumatic experiences that are ready to be cleared to be transmuted through the photon light, transmuted into harmonious emotional energy, peace, balance, the ability to give and receive divine love, unconditional love, acceptance of self, acceptance of others, bringing this harmony and peace into all of our relationships, and letting this emotional stability, this emotional balancing and peace move out into our community relationships, peacefulness among our communities. And let that expand out into peacefulness for our nations, peacefulness among and within the various nations of our world. And then let that expand out into peace for our earth, peace for the earth itself, for the harmonization and balancing of earth systems, of the water, the earth itself, of the air, the purification of the air and the upgrade of light energy and photonic energy in the air for all who breathe. And the purification of fire, burning away impurities from our earth reality. And then expanding out, bringing harmony to all of our star nations, all of our galactic relations, bringing peace, harmony, and balance among the galactics. And expanding out to a peaceful universe, a peaceful omniverse, that we experience balance and harmony within our universal consciousness. And now bring your awareness back toward the body, bringing this balance, this emotional balance, physical balance, and the harmony of all of our systems, both personal and collectively, back toward the body, entering into your heart center and finding the balance in the divine cosmic heart, bringing balance, the balance of the high heart, just connected to your divine truth, your high self, and your divine connection. Allow yourself to open your heart center to receive the heart awakening and activation that is perfect for you at this time and in this space. And allowing the photon energy, the love, the divine light of the angelic realm, the pure, clear love of the divine, moving in to the physical heart, upgrading the heart's capacity to feel, to be embodied and feel the embodiment of love, the embodiment of divine truth and purpose, the embodiment of your personal mission on this planet at this time. Even if it's simply being, bringing greater presence into your heart, into your body, calling in all aspects from the higher self into your physical body that are ready to be integrated and held and upgraded in this light, collecting soul fragments, still clearing density, allowing this activation to penetrate all parts of self across all of your incarnations, allowing yourself to receive these upgrades deeply into the physical, into the emotional, into the energetic, into the galactic and cosmic bodies, and receiving these activations, receiving these upgraded frequencies in all incarnations simultaneously across all time, dimension, space, and reality, claiming this upgrade, claiming this activation, claiming this divine light for yourself on your ascension path in this now moment, and allowing this moment to permeate all expressions of self and being, allowing yourself to activate into the timeline that is for your highest good at this moment, and stepping confidently and clearly and consciously with all of your divine light energy into the timeline that is appropriate and serving your highest good. As an individual and as a collective, we enter into this higher frequency of light, allowing the consciousness of humanity to upgrade into a higher awareness, higher consciousness, higher mindfulness, higher empathy, higher acceptance and balance and harmony for all beings. And take a deep breath as you balance in this frequency. Allowing the integration of timelines of your soul self and your physical self, coming into a point of presence from within the photon sphere where we reside at this time. Anchoring this light deeply into the center of yourself. Anchoring the consciousness, the awareness, the claircognizance, divine downloads of knowing and the source codes that are activating the DNA anchoring into the base of the spine and into each chakra center, up the spine, all the way to the crown of the head, and extending beyond into the soul star chakra and around the body, knowing that you are connected, so deeply connected to this energy, that we are one consciousness having many experiences as so many different beings, that we are able to enter in to a greater expression of being together as a light family, a community of conscious, aware beings, bringing all of our galactic knowledge and awareness from all of our star races into this sphere, allowing ourselves to individually receive the pieces that are here for us to claim and to know and to share with the rest of humanity. This is a space of divine receiving. The divine gifts that are yours to claim are present here now. Your soul's prosperity is here. Prosperity in all areas of life, activating your divine soul codes so that you may live into the greatest expression of being for this lifetime. Now take some deep breaths here as you bring that energy deeply into the physical body. This would be a good time to put one hand on the heart center, and the other hand on the navel center and the solar plexus area, as you are absorbing, anchoring, and continuing to receive into the physical body. Just allowing yourself to be in receptive mode, to feel how good it feels. You deserve this upgrade. Feel how worthy you are. I am worthy. I am grateful for this life and for this body. I am grateful for this body as a temple that holds my divine self, my God spark, my Christ consciousness, and I invite my body to align to this truth. Very good. And now moving into gratitude, just being aware in this space of the photon energy held in place by the angelics and archangels, by ascended masters and ascension guides, galactic ascension guides, and all of those beings and high frequency consciousnesses that are here surrounding us right now, beaming us with such pure divine love and light, beaming us with an upgrade of energy and consciousness, and just go into gratitude. Gratitude for all of the presence that is here. Offering gratitude from your heart, and then gratitude to yourself and to your body for its willingness to carry your spirit. Gratitude to your own spirit for its willingness to be present in this body. We know it's not always an easy journey here. So much gratitude to each one for what you bring, your beautiful divine expressions of soul self that you are sharing on this planet with everyone else. You are a gift, and feel how loved and cherished you are by the divine and by the consciousness, by the light itself. It loves you so much. You are divine as a co-creator of this amplified reality. We bring it into existence together in this space, here and now, with every breath. And as you're receiving, just basking and feeling this beautiful energy of love and gratitude, giving and receiving simultaneously, make a hum or a tone here to let your body resonate this frequency through your internal body, your external body, your energetic bodies simultaneously with a sound, a tone, or a hum. Just let yourself resonate that sound vibration through your body. You can do that a few times as you're feeling the resonance, that sound. And now, with your final sound, start to let that sound bring your consciousness back into your physical body. So we're going to come back to presence, back to the physical, bringing all of this beautiful photon light, upgraded energy with us in our conscious awareness of being in this body at this time. And start to bring your feelings and sensations into your feet, wiggling your feet and your toes. You're coming back. And as you're coming back, you're bringing more focus, more energy, and more balance, bringing that awareness up your legs to the knees, up the legs into the hips and thighs, maybe wiggling around your thighs a little bit on your chair. And bringing that awareness up through the midsection, up through the chest and the shoulders, moving your shoulders, feeling the consciousness just vibrating within and around you, feeling how good it feels in your physical body, bringing that down through the arms and the hands and the fingers, and then through the neck and the head, moving your head side to side and around, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, coming back to full presence and full awareness, coming back into the room, back into your body, feeling focused and grounded. And as you're doing that, go ahead and get a drink of water. I'll let some people in the room now that we're waiting. And so as you're coming back to consciousness, coming back to awareness, just let yourself really get present. If you have a comment or want to share something or have a question, you can either put that in the chat box, or you can raise your hand, and I can answer you. Right, I'm seeing lots of thank yous. Would you say this is alchemy? Yes, I would say this is alchemy, because we are transmuting energy and density through the photon light. We're taking that density, the heaviness, the old stuff, the traumas, the baggage, and we're clearing it. We're taking toxicity and we're letting it go. That is alchemizing it, changing form from a dense form to a light form, and then letting the photon light clear that out of our field so that we can really be present and more embodied and more light in this body. And so while I'm having people come back in, I'm going to open up for questions really soon, and I'll go to the group view so that we can see everybody. But before I do that, I want to say, if ALKYWAN is something that you want to have for yourself, they are available for purchase on my website, and I'll be sure to include that in the show notes. But you can go to waxelasananda.com, and in the shop drop-down menu, you can find them there. And I do have February specials going on just for this month. Pretty much all of the spheres have some sort of discount. I'm also offering free shipping in the US and Europe during February. So you can get in on that. And there are, I believe we have 5 products available. We don't have the pendant available right now, but we have the Master Sphere, the 4.7, the 3.9, and the Balancer spheres, and then the Mini are all available. So if you order from Europe, they're shipped in Europe. So they're shipped from Czech Republic. Stepan ships those out himself, so you don't have to worry about customs from the US if you're in Europe and ordering from there. And custom fees are not included if you're shipping out of the country. That is your responsibility. I think that goes without saying. But that said, I would love to open up now for questions and comments. Someone says, I'll read the ones in the chat first, and then I'll open up for everyone else. I get lots of thank yous. Beautiful, feeling uplifted. Lots of thank yous. You're welcome. Do you always wear gloves when handling your ALKYWAN globe? The answer to that is no, I don't. I really never do. They do come with some of the sizes come with gloves. I do not wear gloves because I like to feel that energy right on my skin. If you're concerned about keeping it clean, or if you're in a place where many people are handling it and you just don't want to get fingerprints on it, that's fine. But you can just take a very soft cloth and wipe it off. And I'd rather do that than worry about using gloves. So I don't wear the gloves. Okay, lots of gratitude. Thank you all so much. Any suggestions to help hold, maintain, and emanate all we just experienced? And how can we increase our capacity to hold more? Ooh, Linda, that's a beautiful question. So some of the ways that you can hold this energy are to just bring it back in your meditation. Go back into remembering what you just experienced. There was a frequency in that experience. So you can recall that frequency in your meditation, or when you're going to sleep at night, when you wake up in the morning, anytime throughout the day. Doesn't even have to take long. You can just remember and recall that frequency and come back into presence with what you experienced, and then just allow yourself to sort of drift into it and bask in that energy, bask in those frequencies, just letting yourself continue to absorb and receive, and just letting yourself. And you know what, a lot of times it's kind of like a time capsule where there's more energy present than we're able to absorb in whatever however long that meditation was, in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So to allow it to just bit by bit to continue to receive that energetic upgrade. We also shifted timelines. We moved a lot of energy in that. So some people, if you notice a little bit of a detox effect, that's perfectly fine. Drink extra water, have a little bit of extra rest, get outside, go in the sunshine, soak up some sun under your skin, ground. You can go outside with bare feet and stand on the earth or in the grass, or even if you're in a place where there's snow, you can stand on the snow, maybe shovel some snow off the ground and do some grounding and just receive the energy of the earth and let it balance you with the sun. We also just had full moon. We still have quite a bit of moonlight. You could go out and stand under that moonlight and receive that energy, and just let it continue. Anytime you want, you can put yourself inside, like we did in that meditation, inside the Alkywan sphere. Imagine it around you. Imagine it holding space for you. Imagine the divine light and the photon energy and the angelics who brought this to us. Also, a lot of galactic beings brought this here so that we could have this technology for our ascension, for this time. That is what it is here for. So call it up and move into it and work with it and continue to just expand into it, and it will keep working with you. And whatever it is that your intention is, it works beautifully with intentions as long as you state your intentions. Let your intentions be known so that it has permission, so that you're allowing it to work with you, with your intentions. Okay, and a few more here. Someone says, what is that frequency called? You could call it whatever you want. We worked with a lot of frequencies there. We worked with the Alkywan. We worked with Photon, which is part of what works through the Alkywan. We worked with the angelics. We worked with the ascended masters. We worked with the galactics. So, there are lots of different frequencies going on. I would call the whole thing ascension frequencies and the embodiment of those ascension frequencies. So I can't say that there's a name for it other than, I guess we could just call this the ALKYWAN frequency that we're working with through this meditation. Okay, and Ronnie, you're welcome. You have the Master 4.7 and the small ones, and you use your Master in your massage room and at night when I ground with the earth. Very powerful. Yes, that is very powerful. And you've got all of them. That's wonderful that you're using the Master for your clients on your massage table. That's really helpful for everyone that comes in. It amplifies their healing. So if anybody's a healer and uses this technology, you can put it in the room under the table. You can let your clients hold it, and it will amplify everything that you're doing. Okay, would the Alkywan light help get rid of implants from dark alien agenda? Absolutely. I've heard lots of people talk about implants being removed, having an actual experience of that through the Alkywan. That's a wonderful service that the photon light and the Alkywan spheres provide for people. Again, set your intention. If you feel that you have some sort of implant or some sort of energy or density that's not meant to be with you, that maybe came from an outside source, you can work with that energy, set your intention for it to be cleared. And yes, absolutely, it works beautifully for that. It does incredible energy work for clearing. Okay. It was very powerful, as always. Okay, this one says, Ronnie, you lost the photon, the commands. That's the, let's see, I have a copy right here, the photon practice book. So if you go to my website, waxelasananda.com, get the ALKYWAN drop-down menu in the, I think it's in shop, ALKYWAN light spheres. It is in there as a download. You can download it free right off my website. So that's there for everyone. This is full of different protocols, different ways you can use them and work with that energy. And it's great to just go in and work with it and play with those affirmations. Such an awesome experience. Loved it. So many frequencies all at once. Yes, so many. Okay, I am going to remove the pin and go to the gallery view here. So I can see, okay, a lot of people have your camera off. Feel free to turn your camera on if you want to. And if anyone has, wants to ask me a question out loud, you can raise your hand and I can call on you. If anyone wants to just share, be seen, raise your hand either you can either use the little reaction tab at the bottom, or you can, I'm not going to be able to see everyone on one page because we have 63 people still in the room. So anyone wants to ask a question, just let me know. I'll scroll through the pages here. Most of you are off, have your cameras off. And okay, if no one does, I'm going to go ahead and go into the YouTube chat and see what I can answer here if anybody has questions in the YouTube chat. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of comments, which is great. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful to see a lot of familiar faces or familiar names. Clearing toxicity. Yes, Lori. Lots of thank yous. Central sun, is that the same as great central sun? Yes. I call it, I say central sun, but you can think of great central sun as the same thing. Could you explain about the spheres? I think I missed the explanation when I was trying to get into the Zoom. Do we plug them in, etc.? Okay, great question from Sandy. I would be happy to answer that. I'll just go back to pinning my view so that I can share the images better. Okay, so I do have, just so you know, on the ALKYWAN playlist on my YouTube channel, there's a playlist and one of the videos has me describing the different sizes and what they do, what they're all about. But there's a whole meditation playlist there too. You can go to my website and get that information as well about the ALKYWAN spheres. But there are different sizes and let me just reread your question, make sure I'm answering it right. Just explain about them. Okay, well, there's a lot to explain. I'm just going to, in a nutshell, tell you they are from the seventh dimension, from the angelic realm. They're also informed and brought here. This technology is brought here through some really high dimensional light beings and galactics. And it is here for our ascension. It works with us in so many different ways through it has many people have had experiences of healing, experiences of clearing physical ailments, clearing parasites, clearing entities, blood disorders, diseases, all kinds of things, respiratory disorders, breathing issues have cleared up. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And I'm actually compiling a list of people talking about their experiences and testimonials. I don't have it together yet because I want to do a video one. I'll also do a written one, but that takes a while to gather everything because it's all over. So if you have a testimonial or an experience that you've had, first of all, if you're on the call, raise your hand. I'd love to have you talk, but also just know that I am compiling a lot of those right now, and I'm going to make those available also through the website so that you can just watch and see what other people's experiences have been. But Emotional disorders like depression. People have experienced so much upliftment, and we can really call that enlightenment, lightening the emotional load, lightening the physical body, lightening the spiritual body. That's really what this technology is all about. And then upgrading our frequency. And there are actually a lot of scientific tests that are being done. Stepan is the creator, Stepan Aridnik, I know I'm saying it wrong, Aridnik, something like that, in Czech Republic. And he loves to do scientific testing. So he's doing a lot of science-based information right now. There have already been tests on the blood and how positively this technology impacts the blood. And then energetically, they're doing a lot of testing, people that are interacting with the spheres. And so there, it goes on and on and on, the list of things that it helps with. But one of the major things is clearing a space. So if you live in an environment where it could be in your home, just keeping your home clear and free of lower vibrational energies, it clears your personal body and your biofield of lower vibrational energies. And then if you have like a center or a business place and you bring it there, it also will clear, whatever space you put it in. And the bigger the sphere is, the more, basically the more circumference it has for clearing. And there are also the little ones. I have some down here. The 2-inch size. And these come in a set of 2. And when you hold these and meditate with them, they balance and harmonize your body. They're not going to clear a big room because they are much smaller, but they will certainly work with your own energy field and clear your body, your physical body. So they're great for that. If you maybe don't need a larger size, you just want the more physical balancing. They don't have quite as powerful as an effect of the larger sizes. Okay, I see more comments coming through here. All right, lots of thank yous. Have new protocols been added since the inception? Well, okay, here's the thing. The protocols in this book are just the protocols in this book. You can add new protocols all the time. Certainly all of my meditations, if you go through my playlist and listen to the meditations, they all have a slightly different thing going on. Those could be considered protocols, but anything you want to work with, let's say you want to work with something very like eyesight. You can create your own protocol for eyesight. Just because this is what's already been written does not mean that's limited to that. There is no limit to what this technology can work with. It really is it expands more and more the more you work with it. So I have a friend, Hans, who is a cranial sacral therapist. He has been working with this energy. He actually spoke on one of these sessions that I did, and he's been using it consistently with his clients, where the Alkywan energy, he goes into communion with the Alkywan sphere, the photon energy, and then that works with and through his clients. So he's doing virtual sessions now, and the Alkywan showed him ways that he can work virtually that he hadn't even previously thought of before working with this technology. It is conscious. It's conscious energy, and it is amplified through these spheres. So when you're working with them, certainly you can do it virtually like this, but when you have one physically present, it's like you have a personal relationship with your sphere, and each one has its own frequency, its own way of sort of interacting and communicating with you. And it becomes like your personal portal. You can work with it on all of your intentions, on anything that you're working on physically, emotionally, energetically, and for other people and globally, and doing, a lot of us are light workers, and we desire to create a better world for everyone. And so this technology is also here for that, for the collective, for the individual and the collective. I mean, there is no limit to what kind of protocols you can do. So I would encourage you, if there's something specific that you're looking for, take the old protocol, or not old, but the protocol book that's designed, and go in and make your own. Create it to be specifically or uniquely for you and your desires and what you want to create in your life. It's amazing for that. So feel free, work with it, play with it, and then share with me what you experienced. You all are going to have ideas that I haven't had. The way Hans is working with it has been amazing. And he's had experiences that, that I haven't had, that I wouldn't even have thought of, in the way that he is working with the energy. And I know there are many others too. I get messages all the time from people that are using it in amazing ways. I have one woman who said she has she does like Airbnb with her house. She rents her house out, and someone that came and stayed in her house, she had a master sphere there and they could feel it. And then that person called me and ordered a master sphere for their space because they could feel how powerful that energy was. Anyone who's sensitive can usually feel the energy of it. And that's really fun. And then they want to start working with it because it's so special. And it's just a unique technology that we don't have access to anywhere else. So it is a special gift for us. Okay, well, everybody's shy on the main screen. I don't have anyone raising your hand, but if you have anything like a testimonial, or if there's a special way that you've been working with it and you want to share that with the group, I'd love to hear from you and open up. All you need to do is just put your reaction tab up so I can see you. And wow, thank you, George. Really appreciate that. $50 in the YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, Sandy asks, are they crystals? That's a good question. The answer is yes and more. There is silica and crystalline energy in the spheres. There are, and I did talk about this at the very beginning, there are 15 elements. Some of them are rare elements that are in a specific recipe that was given to the creator, the founder, Stepan, through his interaction with the angelic realm, the seventh dimension. And he spent years getting that recipe perfected and just right. He's an alchemist as well. And so when he had it perfect and precise, and he was 100% sure that it works, and it's the perfect vessel for this divine light technology and the photon energy to work through, that's when he released it. He didn't just quickly make something and release it the first year. He spent years working on this and then finding the right people to be able to put it together. Everyone that works with this energy is a master in their field. And so it is silica, it's crystalline energy, it's 15 different earth elements, and embedded in the highest quality glass and manufactured by masters that are able to create this technology in the most precise and activating way. So that is a long answer to your question. All right, any other questions in the chat, or did I miss anything? Not seeing any other questions in there, and I don't see any hands up. So if that's the case, I might have missed something here. Okay, so I really want to thank you all for being here, for being a part of this meditation, and this, just for getting this technology. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to feel it. And if you don't 100% feel it, that's okay too. We all open up at our own rate. Some of us, anybody who's a highly sensitive person, tends to really feel it right away. But what I would love for you all to do is just pay attention to how you feel for the rest of the day. And also, this energy it won't just end today, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month. Pay attention. What changes in your life? What shifts? And feel free to message me or, write to me. Let me know. If you're on my email list, you can just respond to the email that you got. I get all of the email myself. I don't always answer it the same day. I mean, I rarely do answer it the same day. Give me a couple days, but I always do get to them eventually. But yes, share your experiences with me, because I love hearing about it. And then if you have a testimonial, share that with me so I can share that with others, so people really know what is possible. We've only begun to experience the tip of the iceberg with what's possible with this technology. And what happens is, the more we share about it, and the more we we let other people know about our experiences, that opens up the possibility for everybody else. Oh, I can work with it like that. Oh, you could have that kind of healing experience. And then it just kind of gets bigger and bigger, and it gives us a bigger database of possibility to work with, because we don't know what we don't know. But when we know it, then we can work with it. So I absolutely love hearing your stories and your experiences. And so please do message those to me. You can also, my email is Waxela, Waxela, at waxelasananda.com if you want to send me a message there. Okay. Yeah. Someone that just came in had the time wrong. That's okay. This will be a replay on YouTube. I'll also send it out to my email list tomorrow. So don't worry, you'll get to watch the whole thing. And for anyone that just had a great experience, go back and re-listen to that meditation as often as you want to, and keep expanding into it. Keep letting yourself, open up and feel it and receive that energy. And you can do it as many times as you want. There's no limit to how often or how much you can do it. Just be sure you're hydrating, drinking a lot of water, making sure you're staying balanced, getting rest if you need it. So, just let yourself enjoy it and experience it and play with it and have fun. Okay. So I don't see any more questions. So I think that I will end there. Okay, that answered your question. Good, Andy. Okay, I think I hit everything. Thank you all for all your comments. I appreciate that so much. And I am just going to go ahead and end there. I just want to say how much I love you all and I appreciate you. I do try to offer one of these once a month. I don't think I got one in January, but if not once a month, every 6 weeks or so. So stay tuned, stay on my email list. I'll keep you informed. If you want to purchase one, go ahead and go to waxelasananda.com and go to shop in the drop-down menu. You'll see the page for that there. Check out the February specials and, reach out to me, message me if you have any questions. I am here. I'm here for you. So I love you all so much. I cherish you. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.